We're going, we're going. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Brave in Action. My name is Heather Vickery. This is the weekly live show that I do where I help you reconnect with yourself, spark your own intuition, step out of fear and into bravery in one small way, and put yourself in the center of all of the things that you do so that you can be stronger, healthier, happier, better for yourself and everyone else in the world around you. I was just telling folks on Instagram that last week we couldn't go live on all of the platforms. I don't know why. I was able to go live on Instagram, but we could not get StreamYard to open, which is our streaming software. So I'm very sorry. And to make up for it, because it was a great topic last week, in a few weeks, I'm going to do a new version of last week's topic. Last week's topic was Every Day is a Tuesday. Shout out to my friend and client, BJ, because that's his line. And I love that line and I have used it a lot. But today's topic is how do you know? And I'm really excited to share this one with you. Before I do that, though, have you all been watching me talk about my secret? I have a secret. I have a secret. I have a secret. And it has been really fun because so many of you have sent me messages, emails, and said, I want to know the secret. Or people are scheduling virtual coffee dates to chat, which I am always here for. I love having virtual coffee dates with you. And they're like, well, can you tell me the secret? And I'm like, no, I can't tell you the secret. But we are announcing the secret this weekend. So don't worry. Details are coming. Here's what I did though. Here is the crazy, gutsy, ballsy thing that I did. And I had people, I was at a conference. I was at the Yellow Conference last weekend, which was amazing. That was in SLO in California. So shout out to anybody who's finally, joining and connecting that I met from Yellow Conference. They were like, whoa, you're going to really do this? And the answer is yes. So here's what I did. If you are on my newsletter or following me on Instagram, I am offering an entire year of my brand new program, Spark, for $44. Here's the catch. I'm not telling you what Spark is. You get to find out as soon as you say yes. And so the question is, do you trust me enough to invest $44 in yourself without knowing what it is? What does your intuition say? What does your gut say? What do you think? And so many of you have said yes. And some of you are from the far reaches of my life. My former Apple business sales rep who has turned into a friend, Ryan, if you happen to be watching this, I just adore you. But I haven't talked to you in years. I haven't talked to Ryan in years. Ryan said yes and sent me a text message that said, do I trust you enough to invest $44 in myself? Hell yes, I do. And I'm like, that's what I'm fucking talking about. And people are asking, can I still get in? Yes, you can. But the link you get by following me on Instagram or by registering for my newsletter. So go to vickeryandco.com/social, get yourself signed up for the newsletter. That's where you're going to get the link. There are just 24 hours left to get Spark at $44. And if you want it, and I'm telling you, you do, you want it, go get it, because then it's going to be open to the public and it's going to be full price. And here's the last little thing I will say about it is, as a consumer, as a woman, as a mom, as a business owner, as a family member, as a partner, I am sick and tired of being attached to my computer and being tethered to my calendar and my schedule. And when I want to do things to help me trust myself, to build my own self-awareness, my own ignite my own intuition, to support myself, to center myself, to inspire myself, to elevate myself, I want to do it in short bursts on my own terms whenever I'm ready. I don't want to watch a webinar. I don't want to have to go and do something that's going to take me an hour. I want something that's anywhere from 5 to maybe 20 minutes, depending on my time frame, that I can do that will support me right then. I can do it in the car while I'm waiting to pick a kid up from an activity. I can do it in my bed first thing in the morning. I can do it from the bathtub. Y'all know I love to work from the bathtub. And that is what I have created here for you with Spark. So that's the hint. All right. That's the hint. Go check it out. Okay. Let's talk about today's topic. Let me share a story with you. A few weeks ago, I volunteered here in Chicago for the AIDS Walk Run, which was awesome. I was part of the team. It was put together for Equality Illinois, and I'm on the advisory board, um, the community advisory board for Equality Illinois. And I was really excited to be able to join them and spend this time with them. And it was a gorgeous day in Chicago, sunny. We were right on the lakefront, warm, unexpectedly warm, and just beautiful. And I was with a number of other really fabulous folks. We were at a water station. We were at the 5K mark water station. We were setting it up before everything started. And it became very clear that we were going to run out of cups and water, but we were going to run out of cups first, which is problematic, right? Because then you have water that you can't put in cups to pass to people, and we can't reuse the cups. And we are all setting this up. And I kind of said, well, they're not going to give us more cups. And I did have a reason for saying that. But this wonderful woman, Miss Bobby was there with me. Miss Bobby is retired and does a lot of volunteer work, and she's just fabulous. And Miss Bobby looked up from pouring water and looked at me, and she said, "How do you know?" And I was like, you know what, Miss Bobby, that's a really valid question. So I had based that on the fact that they had kind of dropped us in the middle of nowhere. And they had said, like, you can't leave until it's over. If you want to go somewhere, you got to walk back to your car. It's like 2 miles. You're here. And so I had made an assumption based on that information that there wasn't going to be a way to get more cups from them. But Miss Bobby said, "How do you know?" I didn't know. I thought I knew. I thought I knew that this information that had been previously given to me was enough to base my decision and subsequent inaction on. That's what I thought. Oh, they've dropped us here. They're not coming back. We're just screwed. How many times in your life have you not done something or done something specifically because you thought you knew how it was going to play out? You thought you already knew the answer. Think about that for a second. When have you done something specifically because you know things are going to go XYZ? Maybe it's people pleasing. Maybe it's some sort of behavior that doesn't feel great to you, but you feel like it's what has to be done because it's what's always been done. When have you not taken action? When have you been inactive because, oh, it won't work. Oh, they won't like it. Oh, it won't happen. Oh, nobody's going to change their mind. All of those things, right? We all fall into those categories. So my job is not to tell you what to do or how to do something. My job is to help you look within and discover what is actually best for you. And the number one way to do that is to ask yourself, well, how do I know? So shout out to Miss Bobby. And I laughed because I was like, yes, Miss Bobby, that's correct. I would tell any of my clients all day long, how do you know? How can you prove it? Are you sure? Is that the only truth? Can that be true? And maybe something else could be true. How do you know? So I said, I appreciate the reminder. I appreciate you bringing me back to myself, because sometimes we forget the things we've learned. We forget the things that we've worked on, right? And I don't want that for you. I don't want that for myself. I want us to say, how do I know? Is that thing true? Is it always true? Is it the only truth? Are there other possibilities, other options? When we talk about sparking our own intuition, igniting our own self-awareness, self-compassion, self-growth, authentic self-expression, we have to move away from what we believe is inevitably 100% true and move into a space of hope and possibility. Move into a space of, perhaps if I shift my energy, my mindset, my behavior, my choices, I will get a different result. It's got to start there. How do you know? How do you know? I love that question. If you just sit around and complain about what doesn't work in your life, nothing's going to shift. You're not going to solve any problems. Even if you're honest about it, even if you're super self-aware, well, I know what my problems are, but you don't actively do something or try something new or change it, nothing happens except you feel bad. You think you know the source of all of your problems, and yet the world just keeps knocking you down, right? What do you want to do differently? Move into yourself, move into your heart center, move into your intuition and say, how do I know that this thing won't work? How do I know that this is not possible? How do I know? And then play and explore, discover, roll around in possibility. You can't find it if you're not willing to ask, how do I know? And it is such an exciting opportunity. When I chose to do this crazy, gutsy, ballsy thing and say, I have a new product. I'm super excited about it. It's going to blow your mind. You can have it for a year for only $44, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. I could have very easily said, no one will do that. No one will say yes to that. Why would somebody buy something if they don't know what it is? But I chose to say, how do I know? I chose to put it out there and see who it excited and who it lit up. And so many of you have said yes. You know what that tells me? That tells me I don't know. I don't know, but I know that you see something hopeful and possible for yourself, within me, in the opportunities, in the possibility of the future. And we are exploring together. We are willing to take a little risk and try something new. And that is way more exciting than thinking I know all the answers, because I don't know all the answers. I can't know all the answers, and neither can you. How do you know? What questions do you want to ask yourself? How do you want to reconnect with yourself? What possibilities do you want to explore? And so my hope for you today is that at least once, when you feel like you have an absolute answer, you say to yourself, okay, how do I know? Maybe you'll get confirmation that you do in fact know 100%. It's 100% I know, barrel ahead one way or the other. Or maybe you will open yourself up to some hope and possibility and exploration and get a chance to try something new. That's what I hope for you today. And then come and tell me about it. You can send me a DM wherever you're watching this. You can comment on the live stream. You can send me an email, heather@vickeryandco.com. Let me know what you ask yourself the question, how do I know about, and what answers you came up with. I really want to hear it. Okay. So I'm going to be back next Thursday with a brand new episode. I will be coming to you live from Seattle, where I am headed because I'm going to spend Parents Weekend with my daughter, who's a freshman at UW. So I don't know what the environment will look like. The lighting might not be great, but you know what I don't know is whether or not it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be awesome because I'm going to be there and you're going to be there, and that makes it awesome, right? I love it. I love spending this time with you. If you want to spark with me, get on that email list. Hey, Julie, how are you, love? If you want to spark with me for $44 for the year, do not sleep on this. Trust yourself. Trust me. Ask yourself, is this worth the risk? How do I know? Is it worth $44 to believe that I'm going to bring you some value and to invest in yourself? Get on my newsletter list or visit my Instagram. Check it all out. Grab your spot for $44 because it's only here for one more day. And I want to pull a Create Brave card for all of you. So those of you who are unfamiliar, the Create Brave cards are a deck of manifestation cards that I co-created with my friend Rachel Swanson. And they are here to help you guide and source your next step. Rachel is the artist on all of these. They are so beautiful. The way I like to use these cards is just to see what word and affirmation shows up for me. What word or affirmation, how does it make me feel? If I'm really honest with myself and I look within, what does it need me to know? What does it tell me? So it isn't really about creating something new. It's about being honest. And, remember, manifestation isn't about declaring something and it magically happens. Manifestation is about changing the way you show up in the world and then creating your dreams, right? Well, it's declaring them and then changing the way you show up in the world and then declaring your dreams. So I shuffle. Oh, there it is. See, she won't even come out. There's the card. Let's see what it is. Delegates. All right, bring it on, yo. Just because I can do it all doesn't mean I should do it all. That's a great card. I'm a big fan of delegation. Being honest with what needs to be on your plate and what doesn't. Can somebody else do it? Are you holding on to it simply because you think no one can do it as well as you? Or maybe they won't do it the right way? Is there a right way? Does it matter if it's done the right way if you're not the one that has to do it? So I'll read to you from the guidebook. Just because I can do it all doesn't mean I should do it all. You are not designed to do all things, nor are you required to. Ask yourself, are you taking on too much at this moment? Delegating is an act of strength and empowerment. It's about valuing your time and abilities. If you're putting up with things that serve no purpose or keep you feeling stuck and unhappy, consider ways to delegate those tasks. Find the areas in your life that can happen without you. There's great power in asking for support and then allowing yourself to receive it. What would happen if you allowed others to carry some of the load? Imagine the possibilities. And then there's a Create Brave prompt. So it's a thing you can go out and do right now. Look at a weekly or monthly schedule. Notice how you spend your time. Identify what activities require your specific attention and what responsibilities can be shared or transferred. Ask for support for at least one item that you've identified. I'm a big fan of that, right? And that all falls under the R and then the Brave method, right? The 3 R's: reassessment, reframing, resilience. This is that reassessment piece. This is looking at what is true and reframing it and deciding what you want to be true moving forward. And that's the resiliency piece. So I love that. I love all of you. I'm super grateful that I got to spend this time with you. Comment, like, share, subscribe, follow, do all that stuff. Join my newsletter list so that you can access in the next 24 hours Spark for $44 before you know what it is, because why not take a little fun risk? And then make sure you ask yourself at least one time today, how do I know? And then come and let me know what shows up. All right. Take care. I'll see y'all soon. I love that you were here. This is Heather Vickery reminding you today and every day to go out and choose bravely. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.